Stay tuned, the OG fault, the alpha here is crazy. Welcome to the show, we got the critic in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep the hype. Your digital drops, market values never. Stay tuned, the OG vault, the alpha. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned, the OG fault, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep the hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned, the OG Vault, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned, the OG Vault, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep the hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned, the OG Vault, the alpha here is crazy.
In the dark troubling night, when the moon's hanging low, there's a place where the wildest of tales start to grow. Below the skeleton with his bony grin, and Vault his co-host, let the stories begin. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Bolt are your guides, let's take a dive. In the crypto secrets we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got so much more. Whispers of ghosts in the halls of the old, haunted by the memories of stories untold. Political shadows creeping in the night. Mo and Vault, we're shining the light. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Bolt are your guides, let's take a dive. In the crypto secrets we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's time for this week's Tales from the Crypto with the big homie MoKnowz. He left to go get his coffee, and since he's invisible...
We back.
Oh, you're back. I can't see you. I see your background, though. I see your Tesla pyramid. Let's go. What's up, Mo? How you doing tonight?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Yeah. Why don't you see my avatar here, huh? That's
I don't know. Usually when that happens, though, watch y'all. If you're watching right now, when he pops up, he'll pop up naked. All you'll see is bones.
Yeah, that's me. I like to get naked.
What? Shout out to Richard.Papa over there on Twitter watching us, and I saw a couple people in the chat on YouTube. We got fun under the sun here. Alejandro's here. Let's go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We got some cool stuff to talk about. Of course, there's a ton going on in crypto right now. Apparently, Portnoy just launched his coin. I want to say like 30 minutes ago. It's called Greed. David Portnoy.
Oh God.
I would have got into it, but I'm completely out of Solana. I've been getting crushed in the trenches. I mean, we'll talk about it, of course. The Javier Milei coin, I bought into that one, unfortunately, with my last bit of Solana, but I'd already been rugged before that and just pretty much lost it all. So now that I didn't have any Solana, I couldn't get into the new Portnoy coin. And last time I checked, I posted it in my Discord at 8 million market cap. Last time I checked, it was 33. And now it's down to 21 million market cap. So there might have been a lot of insider trading going on. Of course, I'm sure you've been following the story, Mo, and everybody in the chat with all the stuff that's been going on with crypto Twitter and the Argentina meme coin and all the insider trading. And now they're talking about pretty much all the coins, the Trump coin, the Melania coin, they all were insider trading, and pretty much the only people that are making money off of this big meme cycle that's going on right now are the insiders. So we're definitely going to talk about it. I want to see what Mo thinks about it. I want to see what you guys in the chat think about it. I feel like I'm a little loud today. But of course, like always, we're going to start off with our paranormal topic. Is anybody over there on YouTube? Let me know, because my chat stopped working. Oh, there we go. We got Woody here. YouTube's working. Twitter's working. The chat is working. That's what we like to see. And I don't even have to fix it today on stream like I sometimes do. Shout out to Woody. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, our topic for paranormal activity this week, and I'm sorry about my background. It keeps going from fuzzy to clear, and I can't figure out exactly why. I got a cat on my lap as well, so don't worry about that. If you see a black cat pop up, it's not a graphic, it's a real cat.
I got a cat on my lap.
Got a cat on my lap. Sometimes I use the cat on the lap gate for the VB drops, but not today. Today we're talking about the Bohemian Grove, which is apparently this place where all the rich elites go to meet up and decide what's really going to happen in the world. The people who are really deciding what's going on in the world. It's a restricted 2,700-acre campground out in California, founded in the 1800s, and it belongs to the private gentlemen's club known as the Bohemian Club. What really broke the whole story on the Bohemian Grove, the one time that Alex Jones was right about something was about, I don't know, maybe at this point.
About the one time. But yeah, he's definitely been wrong on a lot of stuff. But
I mean, he might have been right about the gay frogs.
Gay. Turning the frogs. That turned out to be true. It was crazy.
I mean,
there's a lot of things he hasn't been right about, but he also, again, he's wrong on a lot of things too.
I heard the whole explanation about the gay frogs, and apparently there is something behind that. So maybe he was kind of right about it. Shout out to Bruin88, says I look better in the red cap. I always got the red cap near. Anytime I start going right wing, I'll throw on the MAGA hat since it's there anyway, and I haven't destroyed it or burned it or given it away. I'm gonna try MAGA Gate next drop though. We got some big drops this weekend. So on the Bohemian Grove, I didn't have time. I've been a little sick. It's snowed a lot here. I've had to work overtime all week because of electricity problems at the workplace last week. So what I do have is the video pulled up here and linked in the description. We'll watch it together for a few minutes because this is the one that kind of broke the whole top off of Bohemian Grove. People thought that all the talk about it was just speculation and that people were just talking about conspiracy theories. It wasn't real. But then Alex Jones went there. It says it was 17 years ago, went to the Bohemian Grove and snuck inside, and the stuff that he filmed, unless it was faked, which some people claim, I don't think it was faked, even though Alex Jones not the most reliable source. I'll show you what's on there. Let me turn the volume down. We'll watch it together. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to make a graphic out of it. And
he also called Epstein's Island like way before too, because Rogan used to tell him he was crazy, but he called that too. He The man definitely likes to talk, but
He knows
can't believe
a thing
everything.
or two. Yeah, sometimes he's right. See what Husk says. What's up, Husk? Alex Jones is a clown, but he's not always wrong. Yeah, there's a few times where he was right, and this is like the most convincing time right here because this kind of blew my mind when I saw it, and haven't seen it in a long time. Like I said, let me know in the chat if it's too loud or too low or anything like that. We're going to play it with volume.
The long history of men enjoying themselves has even been written about in the gossip column of the San Francisco Chronicle, writing that
Jesus,
a man on
this
his
Portnoy
own
coin,
often gets invited
42%
back
to the
the
top
camp by
10.
gay
Wow.
Bohemians. Even 100-year-old annals have admitted the homosexual activities. After escaping the sheriff's department, Mike and I traveled high into the hills to wait until dark and the beginning of the cremation of care ceremony. First off, I wanted to draw your attention to the program that was given out to the spectators or the viewers. I guess an occultist would call them novices. Figure of a human body burning in the flames. In fact, I've shown it to people that are experts in anatomy, to actual doctors, and they say that the anatomical size is that of a baby or small child. Notice how large the cranium is in comparison to the torso, that is the ribs. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, this is from the program.
Man, I have no clue what he's talking about right here. The crazy stuff is when we see the giant owl, which we actually found out is a real mythical creature that they worship, but...
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what he's pointing at here. Do you know what he's talking about here, Mo?
I'm a little behind. So, but just like where they burned the effigy, right?
Yeah, but like the arrow's pointing at like nothing. I don't see anything, but we'll go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because I'll see the stuff that looks a little bit more convincing here in a second.
Yeah. Just keep it muted.
Itself given out to the establishment lackeys witnessing these sinister activities. Remember, in Babylon and Tyre, they would throw their children into fiery pits. Look at the size of the hands compared to the rest of the body. Only children show these anatomical details. Now, after about 10 more minutes of music, suddenly, all around the owl, activity began. Here is the main central part of the ritual.
Some crazy stuff right here.
Yeah, this whole Bohemian Grove thing is kind of crazy.
See, wow, these are all like CEOs and executives, all super rich people.
Yeah, this is like high society. This isn't like me and you can't go walking in here. You know what I mean? And again, there's been stories of like Kid Rock telling some funny stories about Bohemian Grove. Lots of people, really.
Alright, I'm gonna let it play on mute because I don't think we need to hear all their chants. We're not gonna understand the owl speech that they're using anyway. But yeah, this is what he captured 17 years ago when he snuck in there. Now they have a little bit more heightened security, and it's a lot harder to get in there. So people haven't been able to come up with the same footage as him. But I mean,
the one from a year ago was actually insane, and that guy documented the whole thing. I think that was the one I originally sent you, wasn't it?
Oh, I clicked on the one you sent to me, but I don't know if I watched that one. I don't think I did. Is that one more recent one?
Yeah, that was from like a year ago, and they snuck in high def up in the trees, man. Like, yo, it was insane, the footage that they got. Like, oh, dude, look, you know what it reminded me of? Remember the movie Eyes Wide Shut?
I don't know if I ever saw that one.
It was Tom Hanks. Not Tom Hanks, he's a weirdo too.
How is Tom
Cruise,
Hanks
rather.
a weirdo? Just because people say he's a weirdo with no proof whatsoever.
I don't know if there's any proof, and again, it kind of ties into this stuff with the higher society.
So you admit there's no proof, but you still believe it?
I don't admit that there's no proof, although it's kind of disgusting, and I don't even want to talk about it. It actually makes me want to vomit, but I hope it's not true. But when it comes to this, the people that have been here, and even like in the videos that they showed, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, there's definitely some ritualistic stuff going on, but in the movie Eyes Wide Shut, it was basically the same exact thing. It was like people in masks. It wasn't owls, but the owls kind of ties into like maybe like the Batman, the Court of Owls.
What is it?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, so in Batman lore with Gotham or whatever, there's like this high society of underground people that pull the strings, right? And they're called the Court of Owls, which again is pretty much a call to, Bohemian Grove. So, this stuff has been happening. And if you put the pieces together, it does kind of make sense. And the shit that goes on there apparently is really freaking weird. But the people that get the video footage, they're so far away, you know?
Yeah, I've got the updated video footage that you sent me now. I'm playing that with no sound, so you can see that it's still happening. This is like from last year, 6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago.
I remember watching this like 10 years ago. Yeah, I remember when it first came out. It blew my mind because I always thought Alex Jones was full of crap, and then I was like, oh, maybe he's not so much full of crap. Shout out to Denny OC. I'm glad you're here, Denny OC. Before we get to the sports section, you already know what we're about to talk about. What do you say? Is that kayak guy that snuck in? Oh, no, I saw that too. I saw the kayak guy, but he never really filmed anything. He was just there in the dark. I just think they're trying to catch some people in some controversial situations and use it against them. I mean, there's a reason they're there. The question is, what are they doing there? Like, why does the CEO of Coke need to meet with the CEO of Standard Oil and praise an owl together in white crazy suits? I mean, do they have some?
Oh, the white is a thing with purity. I mean, Diddy used to do the white parties. I mean, again, you start really putting the pieces together, dude. This is why there's some freaky shit and there's some fucked up people that come out of Hollywood. You know what I mean? Because
I've heard some crazy stories in politics too. I mean, even like on the Democrat side, whenever that, I guess it was Podesta stuff came out, and they were talking about soul eating or something weird. Like, can't remember the exact term, but nobody really ever did say exactly what that was. It was really weird. Shout out to Big A's in the chat. We got News Now Marijuana here. Let's go. What's up, everybody? The CERN ritual is now that whack. We talked about CERN the other day. I didn't know they were doing a ritual about it, but they're saying that they opened some kind of portal underneath CERN, and there's like some really high-level scientists believing that it's true and saying that it's true. Shout out to C. Spill is here as well. Let's go.
That makes sense. When we talked about with the Antarctica stuff, bro, like that whole, I even looked it up, bro. That shit's blocked out on Google Maps. It's blurred. You can't see it. Why? Yeah. Why is it blurred? Why are we hiding it? Why are there legit army people that have done nothing but serve this country and give us good information that come back and they're shook? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they are absolutely shook as to what took place to them. And
the blurred stuff on Google Maps as well. They even have blurred stuff like, I don't know exactly what it's called, Google Universe or something, where you're looking up at the stars, and if you go to particular planets, they'll have like that whole system blurred out. Like, why? For what reason?
Yep.
It's crazy, man. Shout out to News Now. Says there was a video of Tom Hanks calling little girls. What video?
I didn't want to get, no, that's what I'm saying. I actually thought about that. We can't even actually cover the topic that he's referring to.
I saw what y'all are talking. Well, I know what y'all are talking
with
about.
The glove,
it was like a
with
SNL
the glove
skit.
shit.
Yeah, I saw the thing where he posted a picture of one glove on Instagram.
I know, but if you go down that rabbit hole, it's disgusting. And if
because
you
it's
actually,
all made up, though, it's all people's imagination. And what's really crazy is the people that are coming up with this stuff are the ones that actually end up getting caught in some pedophile stuff. They're the ones that are like thinking about this.
You talk about like all the symbols and everything and all that shit that takes place, even like in the religion and in the church and all that stuff and all this weird stuff that goes on there. It actually does kind of make sense. I don't know what it actually makes me nauseous.
I don't know that much.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about the symbolism.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
I know that whenever I looked into the Tom Hanks stuff, like their main bit of evidence was like this SNL skit he did, but it was literally an SNL skit.
Oh, no, I'm not referring to that. No, it's a lot deeper than that. And again, it's considering that he was tied to a lot of Diddy stuff too, and it's just.
His son's kind of crazy too. His son's wild.
Actually, I want to vomit right now.
Shout out to Abdullah's in the chat. Let's go. I was telling Abdullah about the new David Portnoy coin, but he was probably smart not to jump into it. Looks like the price is down last time I checked, Abdullah. Huss says definitely some weird stuff goes on there, and probably some stuff that affects our lives. Like they're making decisions that affect the
exactly. And that's the scary part.
And
you know what I mean?
It's like, is this? You think this owl stuff? What's his name? Like Moloch or something? Is it like some religion that nobody else knows about it? Like there's no book about this religion, about this owl. So is it like some secret religion that once you hit a certain net worth, you're allowed to learn about it? Like Scientology?
Well, no. So I think this comes from more of like the old school. What was it? The fucking. Oh my god, I'm fucking drawing a blank. I told you, got the fucking flu and shit. Oh, help me out here, man. Not the fucking bricklayers. Oh my god, the secret society. Help me out.
Oh,
I'm fucking
Skull
drawing
and
a blank.
Bones. Skull and
No, the other one. What's the other one? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hopefully somebody in chat is smarter than me right now.
Not Skull and Bones. I thought I had it with Skull and Bones too. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Masons?
Yeah, hold on. Bilderberg.
No, I got hold of a second. I gotta look it up. I don't really fact check myself too often, chat, but I'm.
Let me catch up with the chat. Denny OC
Yeah,
says,
cool. Yeah,
if
okay,
we're
I'll look it
talking
up.
sports right now, got to be about the greatest sport ever. Yes, and what happened to the Canadians who had beaten the Americans like 16 years in a row. They haven't been beat by them in 16 years. Then they booed the national... Well, wait. We'll get there. Bruni 8 says, Pizzagate. Bro, the Pizzagate stuff's wild too, because they really thought that was a true conspiracy to the point where some dude went to this place that was part of the conspiracy with a gun and said, take me to your basement. I know that's where you're keeping all the kids. And the pizza place said, we don't have a basement, because they didn't have a basement because it was all BS.
Yes, Freemasons. Thank you, Freemasons. Yes,
Oh.
and the other group too. Apparently, there's some ties to this. And again, this is why if we look at like weird groups of people and consistencies of things, like there's always like this message of like purity, and again, like the whole white. The owl is like a very powerful, creature. Yeah, I don't know that this. To me, it just feels like there's something to it. I don't want there to be something to it, but just looking at it, I'm like, oh, I guess it would kind of make sense that they're kind of related,
Yeah. Dude now says,
But yeah,
Tom Hanks is a weird dude. His own son has made claims. It's kind of crazy that his own son has like the eye with the pyramid tattooed on his chest real big, which is some Illuminati stuff right there. Yeah, his son's interesting.
yeah, the
too.
Illuminati also tied into Bohemian. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Illuminati and the Freemasons. Yeah.
Gotcha. Shout out to Roger Collects is in the chat. We're talking about Bohemian Grove right now. The video is real. He was at a pageant for little kids, not fake. See, News Now Marijuana just falls for this stuff like it's crazy, brother. That's on Saturday Night Live. I watched the episode. You can see the other actors from Saturday Night Live that are in the skit. This dude says it's a real thing. He was wearing a costume. I can't even type in the chat. YouTube won't let me. I know, it's because of the stuff you're saying. YouTube's got a filter.
Yeah, they have a filter.
All these Hollywood
The only
actors
hate
are
video
weird.
I saw
AF.
was the racist fucking Jeopardy one.
I know, people have been talking about that. I haven't watched it. It was from like this Saturday, but I know that
Yeah,
character. I saw
mean,
the first one he did. Yeah, people are upset about that.
I laughed. Listen, I have no problem with like a racial humor, unless it's used, and again, like a demeaning, mean fashion to somebody to put them down. Like, if someone just says a joke about white people, like I'll laugh, dude. Shit's funny. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. But people get offended easily, so
Yeah. Different era, man. Different era.
Bruni8 says he met Tom Hanks and he has no personality. Maybe he just wasn't impressed by you, so you didn't bring out the personality. I'm just saying, it's possible. Sandbox says Elon wore a necklace featuring the Omega symbol and an eye at UFC 309 in 2024. Some speculated this symbolized the Illuminati. And if you look at the symbolism in Doge, and I didn't add this as a graphic, but if you look at the gear around the logo in Doge, it's the exact same gear that they used on Nazi flags, on a whole bunch of these different Nazi flags. I wish I would have made a graphic out of it, but you can look it up yourself. It's real. We're going to talk about some other stuff when it comes to Elon when we get to politics, but let's move on to our next topic, especially since Denny OC's in the chat. Next, Mo, we're going to talk a little bit about sports.
Yes, sir. No football, man. It's been a depressing week for me.
Yo, I don't know what happened with your camera, but I can fix it. Oh, no.
What happened? Am I good? Am I frozen?
No, you're not frozen. It's just not sized the way it should be, and I'm not exactly sure why. Alright, so on sports, we're going to talk about hockey? Yeah, ice hockey. We don't usually talk about ice hockey around here. I don't watch a whole lot of ice hockey. Mo, there's hockey in New York, right? Have you ever played, or do you ever watch it?
Dude, I've been a hockey goalie for 30-something years, brother.
There you go. Alright, yeah, you know more about this than I do. And just this week, sorry, that's the wrong one. We're going to watch that
Four
in a second.
Nations
But just
tournament.
this week, USA beat Canada, and apparently they haven't beat Canada since 2010. And it was pretty wild because at the beginning of the game, they played both national anthems like they usually do. And with Trump trying to threaten to take over Canada or make it the 51st state or whoever knows what that crazy dude's talking about, Canada's not too happy with America, as are a lot of countries right now. So whenever they played the national anthem for USA, the Canadian crowd booed really loud. And as a result, not only did USA beat Canada, but also there were 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game. So I want to play that clip, which is going to show all 3 fights. And keep in mind, this is all happening within the first 9 seconds of the game. And I mean, to me,
This is
I'm
hockey,
like,
baby. This is how they get down.
is
Set
this
the
a real
tone
sport?
early.
How is this a sport? Watch the second fight, though. After the first fight's over, the second fight, they line up like they're about to do a face-off. And then he drops the puck, and they don't even do the face-off. They just start fighting.
You have to go
It's
right
like,
at it, dude. Hell yeah.
were they
We've had that.
talking
We've had
before
that.
the face-off? Were they like, hey, dude, let's do this. Let's rumble. Or, I mean, how did that even... Did he say something about his mom? Was
Oh,
it
yeah.
planned?
Probably way worse than that.
Oh. All right. And apparently the fights end in ice hockey once they hit the ground. Crowd's hyped. Yeah, here's this one. They don't even go for the puck. The refs just watch. Like, this is part of... I mean, you're allowed to fight. Like, this is part of
Oh,
training.
yeah. They give you, like you said, till somebody hits the ice, or there's some kind of time limit. It's like
So
Mortal
when you go
Kombat,
to
though.
hockey practice, do you have like a fighting section? Kind of like on basketball, you got to practice free throws. On hockey, you got to practice your
Well, I'm a
fighting.
goalie, so thankfully I don't fight. Even though I did tackle somebody. I spear tackled him like 20 years ago. But yeah, my team doesn't really fight. I played on a team full of cops, which is kind of hilarious because when they found out their goalie was a full-time pothead,
Yikes.
they were shocked. They wanted to kick me off, and they were like, well, dude makes saves. He fucking, he plays. They were like, whatever, But they weren't too happy when they found that out.
Husk Show says people have no sense of humor these days. That's true.
Oh,
What are you talking
sure.
about? No one made him use the words he chose? Yes, they did. It's literally in the script. They literally made him use the words that he chose. That's how a script works. It's a TV show, bro. News Now be tripping me out sometimes. Everything isn't a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. All right, dude, I gotta look this up. Bro, it's Saturday Night Live. It's a famous episode. First, I'd like to say, please understand, I do not condone the booing of any anthems. I mean, if we were fighting with Canada, I could see myself booing Canada's anthem. I don't think it's a big deal. It's hockey, man. They're rowdy fans. You're supposed to be rowdy at a hockey game. Hush says, a rematch coming, and I wanted to, I think I bookmarked it too. I wanted to make a graphic out of Denny OC's post earlier today. I think I saved it. Yep, I did save it. Let me pull this up real quick. And we might have to look that up for News Now, the Saturday Night Live episode. But okay, apparently the standings right now are Team USA with 2 wins and 1 loss is leading the round robin. Canada's in second, so there's a good chance that there's going to be a rematch. And according to Denny OC, it's going to be a banger. Canada versus America. Again, America beat them, but it was the first time since 2010. I don't know. That might be hype enough that I would want to watch the game. Mo, you think you would watch that game?
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd been watching the whole tournament. But fortunately, I've been too busy losing money on meme coins.
You ain't the only one.
If I showed you my charts and the amount of 20x's that I got fucked on because of my stupid bot, but I learned. But anyway, yeah, I haven't really had a chance to watch, but Thursday night's the finals, so should be a rematch for the gold. Hell yeah.
It's kind of hard to find something like this, like figure out what channel it's on. If I knew what it would be on, if like it's on Netflix or something, I would definitely watch, but I don't know where to watch it at. I guess I could figure it out though if I wanted to watch it bad enough. Shout out to Illmadix is in the chat. Let's go. Am I going for the
So I
next
can tell you where I
episode?
watch it, but you might get demonetized on YouTube.
Is it that meth head, whatever it's called? There's some
No, I mean it's one of those, but not that one.
It says, will you be going for the next Epico drop? There is a new drop on Saturday. Mo, have you seen this new drop, or what do you think about it?
I haven't.
Okay, so here's the lineup.
Sure will.
You got 3 collectibles dropping. The first one is VV Magic. The second one is Corey from VVN3. And the third one is My Collectibles. Hilarious, in my opinion. Okay, so it's kind of like the David U drop, the Epico drop from the David U drop. So I'm definitely going for it because all those blue metallics only have 88 editions each, except for I think VV Magic has 77 editions, so they're super scarce, and you have a 10% chance of getting a secret rare on that drop, which is higher than usual whenever you're going for a drop like that, especially when the secret rare only has like 88 editions. So with a 10% chance, I think it's worth the gamble. It's not that expensive either. So I'll probably be going for that one. I'm going to be using Maggot Gate too, so I'll probably hit something big. DDLC says, you know, before you are going to fight most of the time, you definitely talk most of the time to set it up when it's not going because of scoring chance. That seems dumb. Like, are you doing it in a nice way? Are you like, all right, hey, man, game's getting kind of slow. After this next dead ball, I say me and you start fighting, rile up the crowd a little bit. Okay, bro. Or is it like, hey, your mom's a fat donkey?
Nah, sometimes it's like, hey, yo, bro, how you been, man? So I haven't talked to you in a minute. Yo, let's get a few minutes here. 5 minutes? All right, cool. Beat the crap out of each other, and they go talk to each other on the bench. They talk through the glass, you know? And the penalty box.
Yes, man. The point because of the whole 51st.
It's upsetting, so.
Yeah, I know the boo is definitely because it's because of Trump. Just say it's because of Trump. News Now says, dude is a PDF file for calling kids. What don't you get about that? Enough excuses, brother. Okay.
Let's just let it go. It's not enough, you know, not enough educated. And again, it's really not a topic. It's just, it makes me want to vomit.
All right. See, it's called Toddlers and Tiaras.
Yeah, it was a Jimmy Kimmel skit.
That was the name of this actual skit. It's from Saturday Night Live. You can see it's on Jimmy Kimmel Live here. They're talking about exactly. I mean, you just do a little research, bro. It's a Saturday Night Live. No, but
I think I know what he's talking about, though. There was like apparently like a home video with like his daughter or some shit, though.
No, that I might not have seen. But the one that I'm referring to is our Saturday Night Live skit for sure. Denny says Thursday game. So is Thursday? Is it going to be Canada versus USA for sure? I'll watch that. If you get the blue MC, that would be hilarious. I don't know, man. I don't want the My Collectibles one. I like BB Magic. Corey's alright, I guess, but I do not want the My Collectibles collectible. USA is losing money with trades with Canada. That stuff's hilarious to me because Donald Trump keeps saying that. He says we have a trade deficit with Canada, and we have a trade deficit with Mexico, and we have a trade deficit with most countries. And he's thinking of it as the same way as like a deficit that goes towards your debt. But the trade deficit is a completely different thing. That just means we buy more stuff from them than they buy from us because we're the richest country in the world and we have more money. A trade deficit is not a bad thing, but Donald Trump is
yeah, but if you look at Canada specifically, with the way that we take their crude oil and refine it and fucking bring it back to them, like, again, we do get the fucking shit end of the deal from most countries. And again, I get it. We've been the superpower, the big brother, right? Like, you know,
and what way
we're
do
the
we
ones
get the
that
bad
kind
end
of
of the
keep
deal
shit
on
together.
that?
But we just want other countries to pay their fair share. You know, I think that's I think it's about time.
What's the difference? I mean, how are we getting a bad deal on that? I know that they send their oil to us, we refine it,
right,
and we sell it back to them.
Right.
We charge them for that, right? So how are we getting the bad end of the deal?
Because we're doing all the work. Well, we could just
they're paying for that, though.
Yeah, but we don't need it. We could just do it here ourselves.
Okay. We already produce more oil than anybody else in the entire world, but
even any country that we do business with, whether it be Mexico, Japan, China, wherever, Russia, right? We shouldn't be paying out more than we're ever getting back because it's like, oh, well, nah, you know what? We're the richest country in the world. We got this here, you know, like, listen, I'm sure you've had some fucking money in your pocket, you go out with your boys, right? You're like, fuck it, man. I keep your money in your pocket, bro. I got this shit. You know what I mean? Shots are on me, drinks are on me. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like America's been doing that shit. And now, like, hey, just, if you're going to tax us, we're going to tax you back. Don't want to be taxed or tariffed, then don't do it to us. It's a fair shake. You know?
Well, I don't have a problem with that. I just don't think there's anything wrong with trade deficit. You just said that we shouldn't be putting more money into a different country than they're putting into ours. But I mean, think about that. What if we're talking about some small island country and they make some exotic fruit that nobody else can make and we buy that fruit from them, but they don't need anything from us? Should we stop buying that fruit from them just because we have a trade deficit with them? It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter.
I mean, does this fantasy island exist? Because I'm sure that there's got to be some sort of civilization that they definitely need something from us, considering that we're like the most powerful country in the world.
Not everybody needs something from us.
Well, then they should be able to pay their fair share, you know? And that's, I think, going forward.
Okay.
You know?
Tucson probably loves Tom Hanks. Yeah, he's probably his biggest fan. Not going for Epico, third tier characters. 10% chance of getting a secret rare, blue metallic, 10% chance. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes it's for retribution, for a big hit, a little guy kind of thing, yes. That's why they get into fights sometimes, yes. USA hockey fights, first two were brothers. Nuh-uh. They were fighting each other. One of them played for Canada, one of them played for America, and they fought each other? That's kind of crazy. That seems staged. Hey,
Well, I know the Chuck brothers. Wait, they're playing for different countries?
I don't
Is that
know.
true? I thought they both played on.
Or maybe he's saying the first two people who got into fights, like fight one was one brother and fight two was the second brother. Big A says to check your DMs, Mo. Cock in you. He said he wants to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. All
he wants
about
to
that
talk to you
cock,
about
yeah.
a cock in you. I used to have some cock in you. I sold it though.
I guess.
I have
Oh, they all
literally
play for
no
different
crypto
countries.
right now. I've been liquidated.
Shit, man, I'm heading there myself. It's been
All I have is collectibles.
it's been rough out here, dude.
Ugh. What he says, we paid $20 million for president to go to the Super Bowl, $5 million for Daytona, and then they'll sit there and complain, Woody, about $1 million to get sent for some gay opera somewhere. I mean, you just wasted 5 gay operas just driving around the Daytona track, bro. We could be having
But all
gay
the money
operas
they've
in
already
every
saved,
country.
and they just barely started scratching the surface, man. And they're already cutting billions upon billions, and more importantly,
They're cutting
and I don't know if you
stupid
saw
stuff.
this, there was that fractal. You use the bubble maps on crypto, right?
So let's go ahead and move to politics then, real quick.
Yeah,
Here we
might as
go.
well. But you use bubble maps on crypto, right?
I probably should, but I don't.
We know what they are, right?
Yes.
Okay. So apparently there's some fractal imaging technology now, some fucking application, right? That's been finding all these fucking like the NGOs, like the non-government projects or whatever, the organizations.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, the amount of money being funneled is just fucking crazy. Like, and again, they can't even hide it anymore.
Funneled from
and that's
where
the
to
great
where?
part about it.
Funneled to what?
Funneled from the government, our tax money,
Uh-huh.
through the system, into their pockets.
Whose
all
pockets?
different sorts of ways.
Whose pockets?
Politicians, people in power.
Show some proof. You can say it all you want. That's what they say. They've been saying that for a
Show
couple
some
weeks
proof.
now.
That's what they've been proving for the past,
I've seen
I
no
don't know,
proof.
2 weeks.
Send me a link. We'll look it up right now. I've seen no proof. I've
Okay,
seen
we
no
can
proof
look at
of
the
any
one-
fraud. Just because they think stuff is woke doesn't make it fraud. Bernadette says
That doesn't do with
YouTube
being
sucks.
woke.
What?
But even what's her face, Warren, bro, with the fucking money she makes and her net worth. That's what I'm saying. Like we talked
She
about
wrote
this
three.
before.
She
Money
wrote
in
3
politics.
bestseller books.
Oh please, here we go.
You make money from writing books. That's how all these politicians make their money.
Bro, that's not wrong, but they also leave and they have interests in other companies that are basically getting backed by the government because they know the people. And it happens with the Clintons, and it fucking branches out with the Bushes, and it keeps on going. And
I
this
mean, if you're
this
talking
whole
about
web
the
is going to get
small-
exposed.
Yeah, I mean, every Republican does it too. Like literally every politician does it. That's what
Well,
Reagan
sure,
did. Reagan
but-
made that possible. If we never,
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle had the best joke because he comes out and he goes, Republicans just come out and they say we're doing exactly what you think we're doing, and they go back in and they keep on doing it. Because again, it's not they're not trying to hide it. They're just doing what is in the framework. On the other side, however, and now it's being exposed, and we'll find out exactly how much of it's true here. We're going to see exactly how far this fucking rabbit hole goes. And it seems like it goes pretty fucking deep. And I know people are upset. Certain programs have gotten cut and whatever, but, you know, there's been freezes and certain ones will be reversed. You know, everyone's going to make mistakes. We're human. But listen, man, we're finding out that there is tons of waste of money here, bro. And it's about time. You know what I'm saying? I think it's great.
I mean, you could say that it's wasted money, but the people who decided to put that money there are the elected representatives. So if you didn't want that type of person making that type of
Most of
decision,
those people weren't elected
then
by
you should
us,
have voted
though.
for somebody else to represent you in Congress. I mean, this is Congress's decision to have soft power in these countries, and that's what all the big superpowers do. That's what China does, and having soft power is not a horrible thing. Promoting things like helping people with regeneration, or was it like condoms, and helping people with birth control, helping people with diseases.
Oh,
I
fuck
think
that,
they
bro. Why are
even-
we sending money to Morocco to fucking teach them pottery, bro?
It's called
That's
soft
crazy.
power, bro. You're talking about like $100,000
crazy.
when Elon Musk is getting like $400 billion from the government, and you're worried about like $1,000 over here. They're trying to.
He's also
distract
building
you.
rockets. The man's building rockets. Of course,
To-
he's getting
to-
money.
to
He's-
Mars. Who cares? That's the waste. Do you not see that?
That's not the waste.
Would you rather Elon Musk
Space-
goes to Mars or you save 100 kids from starving? Which of those two would you rather have?
I'm gonna have to go to Mars. Sorry, kids. But yeah, it's if it comes down to it, where this planet is fucked, then yeah, it might be the difference maker. You know what I mean?
All right, that's going to be our first poll for the night. Let's do a poll on that one because I can't believe that anybody would say, all right, would you rather send Elon Musk to Mars? Not permanently. He gets to come back, by the way. If you don't like Elon Musk, it's not a good thing in that way. Would you rather send Elon Musk to Mars?
Well, if you're coming back, though, it's a small window.
Or feed 10 starving kids? And I'm saying 10, but it's really like 1 million. All right. Send Elon to Mars is one option. Feed the poor kids.
Exactly.
Feed them.
Not elected by us. That's what I'm saying, bro. Not elected by us, bro.
And when it comes to politics,
some of them are,
what
but
I
not
wanted
all.
to talk about today was Elon Musk, among other things. Let me catch up with the chat.
Oh, you know where
a
my
bit,
vote's
if
going.
I can. A lot of people agreeing with Mo. I don't understand. Who are these people in my chat?
Send Elon to Mars, baby.
Daniel C says, Mo, without Canada, you would have energy for over 25% of you. Canada consumes way less than the States do. 50,000 soldiers for 40 million people. Who protects them? YouTube doesn't let me put facts in the chat, but Biden was the president that spent the most time on vacation. Is that true? I thought Trump spent the most time golfing on when he was in office. He's already been golfing a lot, and it costs a lot of money every time he golfs.
Yeah, but he owns the courses. He doesn't even pay when he goes there.
No, he makes the government pay when he goes there for his golf fees to him, to his business. He does that for the hotels. He makes the Secret Service stay at his hotels whenever they travel, and he charges more than the regular rate because it's all tax money. It's all your money going into his pockets.
Where do you see he's charging more? I fucking Trump, he'd be like, come on in, stay on the first floor, have some cookies with Melania. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. We're gonna have a good visit.
I'll look it up real quick. Secret Service for hotel. Trump overcharged Secret Service by 300% for authorized government. Here, let me pull this up real quick. He does this all the time. This is like part of his scam, dude. This guy's crazy to me. All right, here we go. Trump overcharged Secret Service by 300% for accommodations at his hotel, so he gets that money. And it was all stuff. This was by the House Oversight Committee. This was all stuff that was paid for by the federal government. It's crazy to me. All right, let me try to catch up so we can talk about our topics. Even though everybody in the chat agreeing with Mo, I think part of the trade deficit is the country size difference. Like biggest deficit is Vietnam, but they are buying stuff for their 98 million population versus us buying stuff for 394 million population. It's also about who has the most money. So trade deficits are not a bad thing. Watch Charlie Wilson
That's right.
to understand
The kids are screwed.
Not elected by us, Vault. They were put into the position, not elected. Come on, Vault. Doge, let's go. Doge is ran by people that are not elected, sir. You don't like people that are not elected.
Well, that's true as well, yeah.
Millions of apparent.
But he was just saying that it's true on both sides. That a lot of things that happen on the other side are from people that weren't elected.
Shout out to
In this
Ghost Slayers in
case,
the chat. Ghost Slayer is talking about this new conspiracy theory that Elon Musk himself is saying, so much to the point that even Ghost Slayer believes it, that people that are 120 to 360 years old are somehow getting Social Security checks. No, that is the way that the Cobalt programming language fills in these empty spaces, and they're all the exact same age because that is a default value that they put into blank spaces. Like, they just don't understand how to read this particular programming language, and there's several people on Twitter who have already proved it, several programmers. It's all that they don't understand what they're talking about, basically, with everything. Mo is right. Let's go to Mars. F the starving kids. The poll results is crazy. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I want to look at these, Mo.
Biggest bro.
Yes, 67% say send Elon to Mars. What about the poor kids? What if that was your poor kid? Y'all are ridiculous. I know Jay.
It ain't gonna be our poor kids. We all got crypto and NFTs, bro. We're rich, bitch.
Do you know how many deals get done at the golf course? So that doesn't mean he's working. He's playing a game. Now add Save the Wildlife. We all love animals more than Elon and the poor kid combined. Jeez, y'all are ruthless. I'm tired of giving money to people who abuse it anyway. The poor people that are starving go and get food. That's abusing the money. Chat censoring me, but I'm with you, Vault. Thank you, Woody. I knew Woody would be. Now pick a real news source, not The Guardian. I didn't use that source. Under the sun, not getting his comments in. I don't know what's up with the censorship. All right, let me go ahead and get to our graphics for today, because in my opinion, they're pretty wild. Like, Mo, what did you think about the press conference that they had last week where it's Donald Trump sitting there and Elon Musk standing behind him, the world's richest man, taking questions and answering questions and talking about what they're going to do with this administration? This is the dude that paid over $200 million to help Trump get elected, and he's acting like he's the king. He's acting like he's the president. Is this not crazy? Imagine. All right, wait, before you answer, please just take a second to imagine if Kamala Harris had won the election and was sitting in the Oval Office at the desk, and she had George Soros standing there next to her answering questions about
I'd
what
be scared as hell.
People would lose their minds. How is
Well,
nobody
because Soros
mad
has been
about
proven
that?
to try to manipulate everything in the world around him, whereas Elon Musk is very transparent. So, I don't know. I think if she had won and had Elon behind her, you know how I feel about Elon Musk. Like I said, the guy can't sleep at night because the world has problems. I just saw. I don't know if it was funny. Maybe fact check this one. Jamie, maybe Jamie can pull this up. I saw a thing. I don't know. I hope it was a meme, but it was a chick that was like, "Yeah, he just came to me so fast and went back to playing video games." Like, apparently, he's just going around knocking chicks up to try to repopulate the world and goes right back to gaming, which I respect the fuck out of.
I'm afraid to Google that. My kid might see my search results or something.
I'm just saying. I've always been the biggest Elon Musk fan. So, anything the guy's doing, I'm on board.
That's pretty bad. I mean, I think you're going to end up regretting those words because he is literally going to steal all of our money, dude. He's in the process of stealing all of our money. Yeah, oh, my goodness.
Or he's going to save humanity.
So during this press conference, it was pretty crazy that he had his 4-year-old kid there, but what was even crazier is the stuff that the 4-year-old kid was saying to Donald Trump during the press conference. Here, let me play a couple of these clips.
This is from one year to the next.
Little kid was wild now, dude.
And they're
I forgot what Elon said.
He straight up looked at Donald Trump and said, "I want you to shush your mouth." And then all the people on the right, including News Now Marijuana, said that he was talking to a cameraman, which was complete BS because the next thing he did was he said this to Donald Trump.
To restore democracy. This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy?
He walked up to Donald Trump and said, "You are not the president. You need to go away." While his dad, the world's richest man, is standing behind him taking questions in the Oval Office during a press conference. Bruh, we live in a third world country right now. I mean, this is literally
It didn't look like he was looking at Trump.
You think he was talking to the reporter, saying the reporter's not the president?
Yeah, it didn't look like he was looking at Trump to me.
He was definitely talking to Trump, 1,000%. And
I don't know if he was. Nah, see, it was like he was putting his head to the right, like he was trying to look around him and look over. I don't know what's on the other side with people or cameras or what, but
this is
I know
like
Trump's
this is the same as people saying that Elon Musk wasn't doing a Nazi salute when it was super obvious that he was definitely doing a Nazi salute.
He was doing some autistic fucking wave, bro.
Of course, he was autistic, but he's the smartest man in the world too. Okay, all right, and here's
actually there are some links to autism and way the brain functions, but
just a few months ago, there was an interview that Elon Musk did with Tucker Carlson, and he had little X there with him as well. That's the name of the kid. He named his kid X, which right there.
I wanted to name my kid ESPN, but I got fucking denied.
Well, I tried to name my kid Atari, so I can't say much, but. During this interview, there was this little blurt out that the kids said, and they ended up cutting it out of the final interview. So listen to it real quick. I think there are words up here to show you exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, foreign space acts and quietly just do whatever we want.
60 minutes.
Yeah, he says with SpaceX we can quietly do anything we want. And then later on he says, the little kid says, they'll never know. So I mean, I feel like this kid is letting some of the magic out of the bag. He's telling the truth. The truth is that Elon's doing some crazy stuff right now. He's trying to take over control of every department, and they just put out a memo today from the White House saying that Elon is not associated with Doge, that he is not the head of Doge. He is a presidential advisor, which is crazy because during the executive order that Donald Trump already put, he put Elon Musk's name in there as part of Doge. So it's kind of crazy. I don't think I made a graphic out of it. I don't remember all my graphics here, but that did come out today that for some reason, the White House now says that Elon Musk is not a part of Doge. There's really nothing that gives him the authority to do the things that he's doing right now. And he's setting up private servers, and who knows what type of software he's using. And I mean, he's just taking control of everybody's information. What's he going to use
Oh,
that
please.
for? I mean,
Don't, you can't play the information card. If they're worried about that, then why they people fucking verified on Twitter? Why they fucking have PayPal accounts? He's already had their information for years.
I mean,
ain't the
just people
problem.
that are on Twitter. I mean,
They're
from
just
here,
mad
he can
because they
do
want to
anything he
hide
wants.
because they're getting exposed. That's why they're upset.
It's really crazy how he closed down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is one of the best bureaus in the entire government. Has done nothing but help people, and the fact that he closed it down is mainly because it was investigating him. And also, the person from Coinbase was super hyped about them closing it. He suggested that they close down the CFPB because whenever, and you see this all the time in the crypto world, somebody says, Coinbase locked up all my coins, I can't withdraw anything. Well, if you live in America and that happens, and you contact the Consumer Financial Protection Board, your tokens get released like right away. They call up Coinbase, they do it themselves, and they've gotten a lot of people's money back through Coinbase. That's why Brian Armstrong suggested that they get rid of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. But the fact is, this is another thing that helps us that they are getting rid of, so that they can give more tax breaks to the rich and more government contracts to crazy Elon Musk. Yep. Hold on, here's some more graphics here. So another thing.
I mean, you're just describing all the things the fucking Democrats have been doing, and
like,
again, it's
what?
It's being like what? Again,
what?
we're talking about it.
What have Democrats
take
done?
the money, take our money, funnel it back to all their pockets,
There's no proof of that.
Interests.
Just because you say something doesn't mean it's true. You got to have some type of proof. I've seen zero proof of any of that.
Again, look at these fractal fucking records that are coming out, dude. It's going to expose everything, man.
Fractal records?
Yeah. It's like
That's
a bubble
how they
map.
trick you people into believing, because they know that they don't have any evidence.
just...
So like, we have this secret evidence that's fractal. You're not smart enough to understand it, but really it shows the truth that it's really been all funneled back to the Democrats.
It has nothing to do with being smart enough. It has to do with the fact that no one ever really had it set up, and now they know. Now they know how to track it. The same way bubble maps. The people were trying to figure out rug pulls, how to fucking stop getting scammed.
If they know how to track it, then
well,
show
now
me the
we're going to stop
information.
getting scammed by the government.
Can you
So
send me a link? We'll look it up right now.
The fact that people have already been people are on board with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why Trump won. They want to see a full reform. They want to see shit get looked into. They want to see programs get
Trump
shut
got
down.
less than 50% of the total vote, so it's not like he has some big, huge.
I know, if you combine with this, that, and the other, I get it. But
it was literally one of the closest presidential elections in history, so it's not like
that was called the landslide. But
it's not like everybody wants him to do what he's doing, and now that people are seeing what he's doing, a lot of people are regretting their decision, especially with him working with Elon Musk. So another thing that Elon
you got to be
Musk
concerned a little bit about where it might go. You know what I'm saying? That's why there needs to be some sort of checks and balances from somebody. You know, but hey, for now, I say fucking blow it up, build it back up. You know, get rid of all the bullshit.
Anyway, so Elon Musk has tweeted a couple of times recently where he's replying to things that Donald Trump said. In particular, Donald Trump quoted Napoleon and said, "He who saves this country does not violate any law," basically saying that he's above the law and admitting that he's breaking the law right now. Or why else would you say this? And what's really crazy is the retweet from this, because it's Elon Musk and he puts these flags up here. But if you count the flags, you'll find out there's exactly 14 flags, and there's a reason for that, why the guy who did the Nazi salute did 14 flags. And if you weren't sure about it, he redid it again today, retweeting another tweet saying Happy President's Day to the GOAT, and he did another 14 flags, because 14 flags represents the 14 words, which is the white nationalists' 14 words. They use this as a slogan that is a rallying cry, and it means we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. Those are the 14 words, and that's the reason why he's using these 14 flags. Is he wouldn't do it twice in a row and have the exact number of flags for a reason. And some people call it the 14 flag salute. And it's...
Well, that's not true, because if you type something, you go to type it again, it'll just autofill. Maybe just autofilled it.
I mean, I guess
we could try to piece the puzzle together, you know, but...
He does everything for a reason. And remember, it's the same guy who gave a Nazi salute, so I would not be surprised if he's not using the 14 words with his 14 flag salute, trying to have these dog whistles, just like he did with the Nazi salute. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Brune88 says the stupid young kid called Big Balls. Yeah, the dude named Big Balls is one of Elon's 19-year-old hackers who he's letting do whatever they want to all of our information. It's crazy.
Love Big Balls.
Good old Big Balls. Not going to be our poor kids. We own VV Collectibles. Poor people gamble, watch Squid Games, get cultured. Hey, I watched Squid Games Part 1 and Part 2, waiting for Part 3 to come out. But if they gave me the offer to be in Squid Games, if I didn't have a kid, I would. We did vote for this. Elon was at Trump's rallies saying we would audit the government back at Trump's rallies in early September. Keep going. I mean, I guess, but you didn't vote for Elon himself, and they keep talking about unelected bureaucrats, but that's literally what Elon is right now. He's an unelected bureaucrat. He wasn't elected. That is just your jaded, biased perception. What in particular? Why try to keep it quiet if he's so proud of it? Repopulate? Exactly. Mo with the Joe Rogan reference, Jamie. I must be way behind. Government has been stealing our money forever. Well, I mean, they're going to be stealing even more now. What's up, Super Arsenal? Good to see you, my man. Whatever he's doing can't be worse than what the Chinese have been doing to us. What has the Chinese been doing to us? That's got to be worse. They haven't been stealing all our information. They want IRS info to go after their competitors. That's 100% accurate. Malay needs to get impeached. Malay needs to...
Well, TikTok and all them fucking apps have been going after our info for how many years now? Allegedly.
Oh my goodness.
Probably because I'm trying to shut them down.
I'm going to have to put on my red MAGA hat. All these people are agreeing with you, Mo. Even though it's clear that I'm the one that's speaking the truth here and Mo's just deflecting for his...
I don't know, man.
King Trump.
I'm just, you know, I don't have to work as hard these days because, again, the truth will set us free. And, you know, either a lot of fucking people are going to be wrong or, hey, we're going to have a fun ride on the way down.
All right, here's another thing that happened this week. Trump told everybody that hundreds of governors are calling him. There's one governor for each state, and we have 50 states. So the fact that Trump thinks there's hundreds of governors calling him, I'm sorry, to me that was wild. And everybody's favorite astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson, had a quote recently about Donald Trump. He said, it must be, he says, how sad it must be believing that scientists, scholars, historians, economists, and journalists who have devoted their entire lives to deceiving you, while a reality TV star with decades of fraud and exhaustively documented lying is your only beacon of truth and honesty. And that's exactly what goes on, whether it be about vaccines, whether it be about anything. They're just, especially the news, they think all these people who have these degrees and spent all this time developing their skills at their occupation, being professionals, they know more than them. Half of them are like high school dropouts living in trailer parks. Bro, it blows my mind. I don't understand how people can think that they know more than a doctor about something like a vaccine when they're not even a doctor. It's crazy to me that RFK is going to be our Director of Health and Human Services when isn't it always a doctor? It's almost always a doctor. But now we're just doing Donnie's friends.
He's not even his friend, but you bring in people, again, that's just going to allow people just to break it down and say, hey, does it make sense, and question it. And again, that's what, even science, bro, like that's the whole like backbone of science, bro, is to like question things and find out why things work. And, you know, again, like the whole Big Bang Theory type shit, right? Like try to figure it out. But for him to say that, bro, I don't know, that's kind of weird, you know, because someone like that, like, again, it doesn't matter who you put in there, but if you hide something, like you ever get pulled over in your car, like driving?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You ever have like any weed on you? Anything on you? Yeah. Because if you don't, you're probably more likely to be like, oh, yeah, cool, search my car. But if you got a joint on you or something or a bag of weed, you'd be like, shit, you know what? I don't really want you to search my shit. Where's your warrant? You know? Like, start creating all these fucking barricades. And at the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want people to just look at what's going on. Does it make sense? Financially, does it make sense, you know? Just looking at it, again, scientifically, does it make sense, right?
Yeah, but if you were doing an audit, you would be doing like an actual professional forensics audit of the finances. You would have actual experts, financial experts come in here, people that are professionals and know what they're talking. You wouldn't have Elon Musk and 3 19-year-olds coming in there and just doing whatever they want. It's just, it doesn't make sense unless there's something nefarious.
They're not doing whatever they want, is that they're bringing their case back to, and then they're making a decision from there. It's not like they're the ones just going to pull the plug.
I mean, they're pulling the plug on a lot of people's employment. They were doing like 10-minute interviews with people, just having them come in and like wouldn't even look at them for 10 minutes. Tell me why we need to keep you. And if they didn't like what they heard, then they said you're fired. I mean, these are just...
Yeah, but they're getting clearance first before they even go in there. And they have the authorization based on the knowledge that they have. You know? So if they don't learn it, then yeah. And I know, like, what was the one that... the one group that got laid off? The The freaking, what was it, the nuclear shit,
Yeah,
right?
they fired all the people
Yeah.
for the nuclear team, and then they were like, "Oh, we need those."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you gotta, pay attention. You gotta have some people on staff, obviously.
And like what
But I
meant-
think, but you gotta trim the fat, bro. Again, if the data is showing that most people are at the office or either A, not even there getting paid for it, or they are there, not even doing anything, I don't know. It just makes sense to kind of trim the fat, you know?
I guess. I mean, I don't guess. I don't agree with that, but if you say so.
I mean, I work for Twitter. I mean, he went in there, fucking cleaned house, and again, got rid of shit ton of waste. And I guess that's probably why he's doing the job he's doing now. But
No, they've been losing money. That's not a good thing. They got rid of all the American employees, and they kept all the H-1B or
well,
whatever.
is Twitter losing money? I don't think they are.
Yes, they've been dropping.
Definitely not from where they were when he took over.
It's definitely down from where he took over. That's why Sam Altman made that joke to him about he would buy Twitter for whatever amount, and it was lower than what he paid. Stan said those politicians are NPCs. Who's really calling the shots? It's the rich people. It's the people at the Bohemian Grove. Those who are calling the shots. And now it's Trump. And he crazy. Doctors also prescribe opioids. Money talks at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Everybody was out to make a buck. Even the rich people. They want more. They fired the nuclear experts and tried to rehire them all back. Exactly, Woody.
Yeah.
Jeez. And what's crazy now is they're trying to audit Fort Knox. So it's really interesting to know what's going to happen when they audit Fort Knox, because if not all the gold is there, and I thought there was no gold in Fort Knox for a long time. I was surprised to know that there supposedly is still gold there. But if there's not as much as there's supposed to be, or there's none, or there's really a little bit amount, what happens then? Does the price of gold go up? Does the price of Bitcoin go way up because of that? Or what if there's more gold there than it's supposed to be? I don't know. I mean, do you think this is going to be maybe bullish for crypto if there's not enough gold at Fort Knox, Mo?
Yeah. I feel like if there was more than anticipated, they probably just wouldn't even tell us.
That's true. They probably keep it.
Like, do we really need to tank this fucking economy anymore right now? Like, let's just,
Woody says Twitter's now worth $9 billion. It was $44 billion whenever Elon bought it. Stan is right. Data is gold, and that's what they get the information. They get access to. They now have the data for every person in the United States of America and then some. They have that forever now. They set up a private server. I mean, and that's gold. They can sell that to other countries. And you think Elon won't do that? I mean, he's not even American. He's not even from America. He ain't even from around here.
I mean, if that was even going to happen where they took it and we're going to sell it. First of all, people fucking willingly give away their personal information every single day. Any apps that they fucking go into, health apps, fucking gaming apps, cooking, whatever the fucking case might be, they're signing some agreement, and usually in that agreement, it's like, we're going to transmit data, and nobody fucking reads it. You know what I mean? The same way that Elon's talking about, I'm sure you saw this one, we was talking about, like, within, it was like 10, 15 years or some shit, he was talking like 60% of the people are going to have, like, his Neuralink chip, or want to have it installed or something.
I mean, bro, yeah, but have you heard the new stuff coming out from, I think it's China, about the Neuralink stuff? If you haven't heard, there's this dude in China, I think it's China. Maybe you guys, I'm sure some people in the chat know about this story too. It's brand new, and I think I bookmarked it somewhere. But there's this guy in China. He donated like millions of dollars in Ethereum, and he burnt millions of dollars in Ethereum.
Oh, and wrote that letter?
And he wrote that letter about how they're using some type
coin.
of mind control chips, and they're controlling people. And now they're going in mass or something. Did you hear about it?
Bro, so here's the crazy thing. I heard something about this going, dude, just like before the internet days. Like, this is going back like late 90s, before I was like chronically online. And bro, I remember hearing that, dude. Like, someone was telling me about like some telepathic Chinese freaking technology, bro. Like, I was like, yeah, okay, dude. But yeah, now, oh shit, it makes you wonder, bro.
It's scary the way they described it too. Put the link.
Yeah, it's like you think it just happens. Like, it's just.
I don't know if you guys want to read the whole thing. It's kind of scary though. Maybe we'll make that our paranormal topic. I mean, maybe it's not paranormal, but basically it says there's a new mode of crime in which the victim is gradually deprived of their desires until he becomes a complete slave to the digital machine. And he says, as brain-computer interface and mind-reading technology advances, a new crime is emerging where even wild animals are turned into digital slaves. Bro, this is freaking me out.
Yep.
Ah, man. And, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how real it is, but if it's real, that's a wee bit scary. Stan said there's a virtual doppelganger of all of us, and the Tesla Optimus robot will know what we are thinking. Bro, don't say that. I didn't sign up for that. And again, I signed up for so much stuff without reading the fine print, like Mo said. Maybe I did sign up for that. Gold is way up almost 50% on the year. I mean, if they open that vault whenever they get to Fort Knox and there ain't nothing there, I think gold's going to go crazy. It's going to be worth a lot because it is a finite resource. Did you hear that someone just recently used a rabbit to access and operate AI ChatGPT? How is that possible? So they like hooked up something to the rabbit's brain, and ChatGPT was able to tell what the rabbit was thinking. Bro, I need to get some thinking caps for my cat so I can know what my cats are thinking. That'd be dope. I don't know if I want to know, honestly. GPUs may not be necessary. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, it's... I forgot. It was one of the... David Icke. He was called... I think I sent you a video. It's called Renegade. And it was just a whole documentary about him.
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
But in that, he talks about, you know, the whole thing of, like, you know, how we're kind of, like, born into this whole hierarchy of, like, okay, so we're born, we listen to our parents, and then we go to school, and we're, like, enslaved in the school system, and they break us down, and they, you know, and it's kind of like the whole Pink Floyd, The Wall album, if you ever listen to that, it's like the whole theme there.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it's all about trying to break the system, right? So he talks about it here where, like, these kids nowadays, they're so reliant on technology in their phones. And if you can simplify a way for them to do it by implanting a chip, maybe into their arm, their brain, whatever, some sort of like Neuralink technology, they would sign up for it in a heartbeat. Whereas people like me and you would probably be like, nah, I got my phone, I'm good.
Yeah, no, you ain't putting no
These kids
microchip
are going to be
in
like, nah, it's like if I could have something better and faster and cooler, like I want it, you know? And that's the crazy part, because how far is that shit going to go? Like, again, if China's got fucking telepathic, you know, capability, you tell me, like, some kids would be walking across the street and some other kid's going to look at him and just fucking fling him up into the atmosphere? This could be like some...
Hopefully they don't have those type of powers. You got to get the chip inside of them, and I feel like they have to agree. At least in America, you got to agree to put that chip in me before you could take over my brain. So me personally, like you said, I'd never agree to it, especially knowing that it has these type of capabilities. Rabbit is like one of the world's smallest computers. Oh, for those who don't know. Oh, okay. Got you. No, I didn't know. Okay, so it was a computer that didn't have a GPU that was able to operate AI and ChatGPT. All right, let's move on to our next topic of the night. We're going to talk a little bit about Web3 gaming.
I take a piss real quick. You can intro it. One second.
Okay. Yeah, 100% Denny LC. No way. Never, ever. All right. I don't know what's up with Mo's camera today. Let me fix that real quick while he is running to the bathroom. And we'll talk about our game. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Our game for today, which is called Fish Frenzy. It was an old Xbox game I used to play all the time called Fusion Frenzy. That's what the name of this game kind of reminds me of. But Fish Frenzy is a game that apparently just had a mint. Whoops. Get rid of that today. So I'm going to pull up their page real quick. I had it pulled up a second ago. I wasn't able to find any gameplay on it. Apparently it's like a fishing game, right? That's what it seems like. And I'll pull this up so we can look at it together. Where's my logo? There it is. Boom. Alright. So let's try playing this video. Maybe this will show us a little bit of gameplay footage. Or it might be just some graphic. Yeah, there was a live mint today. I think that's all this is. Just showing you that. Mint on Rodin Launchpad starts now. Mo, when he gets back, will tell us a little bit more about it. But you can see what some of the NFTs look like. This is the Founder's Pass. And I like fishing. I usually don't mind fishing games. I've been playing some VR fishing recently. Mo, tell us about Fishing Frenzy.
Bro, this game, I haven't even played it, but I can already tell from what I've seen about it. And just going to the site and listening to the music. The mint is tomorrow for public. I don't even know if it's going to make it to public, to be honest.
You sure it's not today? It says mint is live.
Well, yeah, but it's like whitelist and all this other sorts of shit. Public is tomorrow, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of like Stardew Valley, and I love like Terraria. You ever played that game? Like fishing is always like my favorite thing to do. World of Warcraft and Black Desert Online. I spent most of my time fishing. But anyway, so it's pretty much what it is. It's you If you own like a little piece of island or land and you do your fishing, you could sell them. I don't know if there's like ways to visit other worlds or other boats, other islands, whatever the hell the case might be, but
Looks like they have their own coin. They have their own coin, Ronin.
Well, it's on the Ronin chain.
Oh.
Yeah, so Ronin is a layer 2 on Solana.
Layer 2 on Solana? I didn't even know Solana had layer 2s.
I think it's one of the first few, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
Because I played, there's another game I play. Legend of Elysium or some shit like that. They just moved to Ronin too, but they were on Solana.
Yeah, I always like getting into, when it comes to getting the coins anyway, getting into the blockchains themselves, like buying Avalanche coins, because Avalanche has a lot of cool stuff. I bet this Ronin layer 2 might be an interesting one to get into, but then again, right now Solana is not looking too pretty, honestly. Shout out to Husk Show with the big super chat. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you, bro.
Looking good right now.
Husk Show has donated $19.99 and says later guys got stuff to do.
Later,
Husk Show has donated $19.99 and says later guys got stuff to do.
My bad. So yeah, make sure you guys check out Fishing Frenzy, especially if you like fishing. I've got a link to their Twitter down in the description, as well as links to a lot of the stuff we went over today. But we need to get into crypto, because crypto, saved a little extra time for that, because crypto's getting wild, y'all. Let's move on over here before we start talking about a super arsenal.
Yeah, this shit is wild.
Oh my goodness, crypto. All right, let me fix Mo's camera here, and we're gonna talk about Libra. If you guys haven't heard, I'm sure everybody in here knows what's going on with Libra. Has heard at least a little bit.
We really could have had like 25, 30 different stories on crypto this week alone.
Yeah, true. The biggest one being Libra, and I don't know, some people are worried that Libra might have killed meme coins in general, because Libra is a meme coin that dropped a few days ago. I think it was on Sunday, I want to say, and it was supposedly the coin for Argentina, and Javier Milei is the one who is the president of Argentina, but also the person who posted it on his Twitter, the contract address. So of course people started buying it, but when he posted it, market cap was already at like 2 billion, I believe, although I heard some people say they got it at 1 billion, and I think I didn't see the tweet till maybe 10 to 12 minutes afterwards, so it might have started off around 1 billion, but it was already up pretty high. And so people started buying a little bit. I got in at 2.8 billion, and everybody was wondering, is this real? Did he get hacked? And then he reposted it on Instagram, and he posted it on his Facebook account. So at that point, everybody's really feeling like it's real, and they're buying into it. Market cap pumps up to over 4 billion market cap, and then he deletes the tweet. So then everybody freaks out and sells off, of course. There's this Hayden guy. Oh my goodness, the story gets so deep. Let me see. Yeah, so here's this guy Hayden from Kelsey Ventures, and apparently he's the person who's been setting up the launches for a lot of these big meme coins like Trump, Melania, and also the Libra one, the Argentina coin. And what he says happened is that whenever they made the launch, somehow all these snipers are able to snipe a whole bunch at the beginning. They can't figure out how these snipers are able to do it. Oh, it's Friday. Thank you, Abdullah. And so what he decided to do was to snipe his own coin in order to, I don't even understand his reasoning, but some reasoning on it where he was going to snipe it and put it back in, and he was
he invested back into the company.
Yeah, and he was waiting for Javier Milei to make it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And
did you watch that CoffeeZilla interview with him?
Yeah, I watched the CoffeeZilla interview, and I think he was on with Portnoy the other day too.
He was on Portnoy, but CoffeeZilla's face when he admitted to what he was doing, it was just like, bro, that's exactly what I did. I was like, wait, what?
Especially whenever he said that people were buying the Trump coin at 500 million market cap during some dinner or something, because nobody knew about that. Whenever they announced the Trump coin, I think it was already at like 3 billion market cap, so people were buying it before it went public.
Did you hear what happened with that?
Not exactly.
So I saw a follow-up on that, and apparently there was a Meteora wallet that leaked it a day before the launch.
A whole day before?
A whole day before the launch. It was like minted. Actually, I brought up the tweet earlier. It's probably in my history. Yeah, it actually showed. I was looking at the Soul Scan on it too, and it actually showed like the day before. It was the Trump. It was like a mint. It was like if somebody was watching like VV mint. You know what I'm saying? The upcoming collection.
Yep.
So someone actually knew that information and scanned on that.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
that's kind of crazy.
That's all insider trading. We're going to talk about Super Arsenal. I
Yeah.
don't think you can post links in chat. I could make you a Discord moderator. I don't think I can do it from here, though. And then you might be able to. But Super Arsenal wants to know, Mo, how much did you lose on Melania and Libra?
Oh, 0. I actually was doing something else. I was tracking something else during Libra, so I actually missed it, which I guess turns out to be good.
Yep.
And Melania, actually, I think I made money on Melania because I didn't even buy it on the original shit because I couldn't. Everything
know.
was,
Same.
yeah, because that's when Trump was, again, that was the insider trading of the money moving from one to the other.
Yep.
Again, coming from these wallets that are sniped, you know. Which, by the way, it's called GM? Yeah, GMGN, like good morning, good night.
Yeah.
Dude, this site, this platform is incredible. Okay? When you log in here, it's got all these UIs for like insider wallets, devs, snipers, fresh wallets, whales, and it tells you everything you need to know. Dude, my trading right now has been incredible.
Oh,
The
yeah.
problem is my bot keeps fucking failing because I keep forgetting to keep money in my fucking wallet, but that's my own problem. But early on, I wasn't doing my slippage correctly,
Right.
so I was catching like really nice entries and then getting screwed on the sell-off. But yeah, it's really good, man. And anyway, it helps you kind of spot like all these bundled packages, and what these people do is they snipe their own shit. So they make like me and you make a coin, right? And we instantly sell off from the dev account, and then it looks like a community takeover. And when people see like the CTO community takeover, like, oh, the dev abandoned the project, let's save it. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So people try to jump on board with that. But with the devs, all they did was they dumped their tokens to different wallets and they sniped it, right? So this will actually track all that type of stuff. And the more, again, you start to look at that, and that's what happened with the Trump thing too. The Trump into the Melania, and then into, I guess even into the Libra coin.
Yep. There's a few big ones, too. I think Juicy was another one that pumped really hard.
Yeah, and I guess my question to you, I think it's a big problem with this whole crypto thing. And right now, think about how much money this meme coin market has sucked out from like actual utility coins.
A ton, and it went all to the same people, and they're not putting it
Yep.
back in. They're going to go
Exactly.
buy a yacht.
And now think about the public perception of how many people have publicly gone on record for crypto only to watch it get rugged, right?
Right.
This shit has to stop. Like, it has to turn into like when content creators weren't allowed to, promote unless they did hashtag ad,
Here's my
There
solution.
has to be.
How about this? You have to KYC to create a coin.
Well, I like that from a creation standpoint, but I'm talking about more from like a promotion sponsorship type of deal,
Well, I don't know. That's the debate now. Some people are upset that there are insiders and the insiders are making this money, but aren't there always insiders, especially on meme coins every time? And don't they say that you're only worth as much as your network? So it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And isn't this all having inside information is like alpha, and that's something you should be striving for? Or is it a bad thing to be an insider and have inside information?
Well, I mean, from what it appears anyway, even wallets that I track nowadays, who are just good traders. I mean, they're not getting in super early, but it's like the way that they're doing things is consistent. Because think about it, if someone was getting inside information, they'll probably be like small, minimal trades because they just don't want to take the risk, right?
Right.
There's good traders out there where it's like, okay, cool, they caught a double bottom with a big wick, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
okay, they're playing the trend, and boom, they caught a 300% pump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to kind of say there are good traders out there, but I think the insider trading is a problem for sure.
That definitely is, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about it. Everybody has friends. They can text each other. Who knows? They could be sitting next to each other. I don't think you're ever going to get rid of insiders. But, I mean, we can't have a person like this Hayden guy who's an insider on every freaking drop ever. Hayden needs jail time, says Stan, and I think he was in charge of this other coin that just dropped I want to say today, maybe it was yesterday. It was Adam22, a podcaster. He talked about how he was dropping this meme coin. Everybody was hyped about it, said it was going to be the biggest meme coin on Solana ever. When it dropped, it was already at 50 million market cap. From there, the price went all the way down to like 100K or lower, and he deleted all his tweets. So, I mean, that's the world we're living in now. That's the meme coin world. And this is like a famous person, and he's like, I don't care. And I think somebody even, was it CoffeeZilla?
I mean, famous is a stretch of a word, I guess, maybe in the Red Pill community.
I kind of knew who he was. I recognized him.
Yeah, he's from like Jumper or whatever. It's a big problem. And again, I think it could potentially ruin any momentum that crypto had.
It could be the end of the bull run.
Well, I think people kept on saying they're waiting for the alt season. It's right around the corner, and I kept on saying I think we skipped it.
Yeah.
I think meme coins pretty much ruined alt season, and it's kind of like telling the kids that Santa was killed in November. You know what I mean? Like,
it's sad.
You ruined Christmas, and people pretty much ruined alt season with the meme coins.
Yeah.
And you have Pump.Fun, which basically wrote the script and published it on how to make a meme coin, make a lot of money, or rug people, right?
Yep.
It was like, oh, let's put out a coin, we'll make money for 24 hours, and then we'll rug it. Then it was like, oh, well, people are onto us. Now we gotta make it 12 hours, and then we'll rug it. Dude, you got fucking tokens that come out right now. They're rugging as soon as before they even leave Pump.Fun.
No, I mean, long before Pump.Fun. I think it's like a strategy. You create a coin on Pump.Fun, and as soon as one person buys, just the first person who buys, you rug it right then and take their money.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens. I mean, I filtered that out, but yeah, it's just like, man, it's freaking crazy. But then again, I'll find like decent ones to snipe, like as they're migrating, and I mean, shit, I've had there's some really nice buys. Again, I need to figure out this automated fucking bot a little bit, but we made some money on the way out at least. But it's just a really bad market right now. It's fucking crazy.
It's rough, but there's a lot of money in it. Abdullah says people knew about Libra was going to launch. Apparently, Dave got 6 million tokens airdropped, but he sent it back. Yeah, and then he lost like 4 million on the coin, and the Hayden guys refunded him the 4 million that he lost. And apparently, a lot of content creators or insiders knew about the launch. That's why it was so high whenever it went public. I've heard about Picoin. People were talking about they were doing something with their Picoin, but I don't know much about it. Mo, do you know anything about the Picoin?
All right, so if that's what I think it is, apparently they were launching on the 20th, but there's been like, I don't know, 15,000 copycat coins that have launched. But again, I think that's the one that comes out the 20th, so unless I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of hype around it. And that reminds me, one thing I wanted to mention before we move on is the launch strategy right there that you were talking about. If you guys are following the AVAX coins, the coins on Avalanche, they've been dropping some big meme coins recently. And they dropped Wink. And what Wink did, if I'm not mistaken, the story I heard, is what Wink did whenever it launched is it launched like 5 honeypots in a row. So it like fake launched 5 times in a row with honeypots, and then took all that money that it got from the honeypots and did the real launch, and then put that money into their own coin. It's pretty smart.
I didn't know that. I do own some Wink. I bought a shit ton. I bought like $100 for it at the time. I don't know what the fuck it's up to. It was going up.
Big A gave me the alpha on one of those meme coin launches that did really well, and I'm all out of crypto, man. I just cashed out like $350 from VV because what I'm not doing with gems over there on VV, I'm not doing nothing with them. But I cashed that out on last Wednesday. It's Tuesday. It still hasn't hit my bank account, and those usually took 24 hours to 48 hours to hit your bank account. So I don't know what's going on with VV's cash out system, but it's a lot slower than usual. Speaking of VV, Sam says this is why I don't get VV not throwing Omi in the ring. If Omi can't win now, it will never win. I don't think they can get it listed on a big exchange, even if they wanted to. I don't think the big exchanges want them. I just want them to tell me first what's Omi. It gives you MCP points.
Yeah. But no, I think you said it before, right? Like, there's so many meme coins, there's so many different, bullshit tokens. Would you rather own the video game itself or the console? And like, you need the console to play the game, right? So you might as well own the console, own Solana, own AVAX, right? I mean, I don't want to own Ethereum, but I think I own some. Same with Bitcoin. But like, I don't know. Like, those are the ones I like to hold on to, but everything else, you can make money on it. But
I think that's a a good gamble at this point because we don't know which blockchain is going to end up being the major blockchain that, who knows, is going to hold your house deeds or is going to hold the next big Grand Theft Auto game.
Well, no, I think we do. Because again, Solana, even though it is touted right now as the better gaming blockchain, I don't know if it is. Because once off the grid actually goes on chain, which apparently is happening very soon, that's going to be a game changer. And we're sitting here like, oh, the markets are, everything's a rug pull. Fucking people are deleting tweets, right? How can we trust anybody? Gaming could save it. Because without gaming and utility, it's just going to be nothing but distrust. But if you have a game behind it, like off the grid, and you're like, well, you can't really rug pull it because people are playing the game. If you can actively show that there's a player base, right, then you're not really rug pulling people. But I think gaming could single-handedly save this little drought that we're in. I just hope it happens quick.
Especially if it builds up without people knowing that it's Web3, and then we'll spring it on to them later if there's millions of players. Oh yeah, by the way, these are NFTs, and then they're like, well, we're already into it, so it's not like they're going to quit because it's Web3. Stan says regulation clarity would solve this. I don't know why the administration is dragging their feet. You gotta be kidding me, bro. You know who the president is, right? There's not going to be any type of regulation. There's only going to be deregulation for the next 4 years. I don't see any type of regulation.
Oh, this blockchain lady, we'll see. Apparently she's got plans, but
yeah, I'd like to see what her plans are.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they come up with because I don't think Crown's going to wind up being a U.S. security anytime soon.
Super Arsenal says meme coin season was alt season. I said like a year ago that meme coins were going to be the NFTs of this cycle. I'm no crypto expert, but boy, I caught that right on the hit the nail on the head, something like that. Does Portnoy need to go to jail? What did Portnoy do? I'm kind of a Portnoy fan, even though he's a Trumpster. I mean, he just launched a new coin today. He had that jail stool coin, but he said he would never sell it until it hits $1 billion market cap, and he hasn't sold any of it. There was a couple shady things he did. What's up?
Yeah, it's like, all right, the dude just went live and just stayed live and just showing the coin and tweeting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. See, I thought it was kind of funny and cool at the time too. But I could just imagine like everybody starting to do that and just fucking show their coins every day. It would get so annoying.
I mean, if it's a celebrity and you know that they're gonna post this coin and do what he does, says buy at your own risk, I'm gonna dump it, blah blah blah, and you know to get into it and get out of it fast, I feel like it's just free money every time he does that. Like I'll tune in. He usually does live stream, or he goes live on Twitter around like 9:05 or 9:25, something like that. And when he gets on there, every once in a while he'll be like, all right, let's just go grab a coin, and he'll go into his wallet and he'll be like, all right, this one, and then everybody will go buy it and it will pump. I mean, last time he did it was Ruggies, and I 2x'd and I got out in like 5 minutes. So I like it. Me personally, I like it. Big A says Blub Blob coin, next big one. Application should open soon. I keep seeing some stuff about your Blub Blob stuff, even though you're in some group, and it'll say on top that it's in the Blub Blob community, so I never say anything. But I don't need to know what Blub Blob's all about. I know Big A's always got the alpha. The A stands for alpha, so let me know what's up with Blub Blob, because I might want to get into that. Greed already round tripped. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Greed. Greed is the new coin from David Portnoy. It launched about 20 minutes before we went live, maybe 30 minutes. And I actually got the information about it a little bit sooner than most people, because I follow Choose Rich Nick, and he tweeted about 15 minutes before David Portnoy actually announced it. So when he tweeted about it, it was at 8 million market cap. It went all the way up to 50 million. Right now it's at 11 million market cap. So it did round trip. I'm surprised it didn't do better, because Portnoy's behind it, and this is supposed to be his coin. I think that's just, like Mo said, that's just the way the meme game is right now. If Dave goes to jail...
It's exhaustion. It's like people can't even keep up. Like, it's basically... I was doing it the other day, right? Like, I woke up, I was looking for coins, and I'm like, oh, well, what's today's news story? Oh, it's the freaking devilfish that floated up, right? That died. And boom, there was a coin that popped up. There was 3 of them there at the time, of course. And I was like, oh, let me just find the one with the most holders, highest volume, right? Boom, threw some money into it. The fucking thing like 25x.
Man, I wish I could get 25x.
And it's just, you're just playing like the culture casino fucking daily, like wake up, read the news, and then make money off it. Like, that's kind of the world we live in right now, which is kind of funny, also kind of sad. Dreams of which I'm dying, well, stuff like that. But anyway, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that's just the world we live in. The cultural casino.
It's a big old casino. Shout out to Roger Collects. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Appreciate you. We do these streams every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Super Arsenal says, I like Choose Rich Nick. I like Choose Rich Nick. I'm not a huge Choose Rich Nick fan, but I'm a little bit of a Choose Rich Nick fan. I do watch that podcast, the Bones podcast, usually every day because I'm at work, so I just watch it from work. So about the Hayden guy, I have one more graphic about it. So basically, he says here that he profited 100 million. He says, I have 100 million right now, and I'm holding it. And he's like scared that people are gonna, kill him, not for the money, or maybe it is for the money. He's worried about Argentina, people from Argentina killing him. He's worried about people that lost money killing him, and he still got this $100 million, and he wants to either refund it or inject it back into the coin. And he wants to inject it back in the coin. Portnoy says that he should refund it to everybody. And then today, out of nowhere, Javier Milei posts a tweet about how to buy the Libra coin. So right when that happens, the coin pumps again. Everybody starts buying again. And then out of nowhere, once again, Milei deletes the tweet, and then the coin crashes again. So I don't really know what's going on with this coin. It's kind of wild. It's not a good look for the meme coin. Meme coins didn't have a good reputation anyway, but not a good look for crypto overall. So yeah, the Hayden guy also admits to sniping his own launches on Libra and Melania. He was involved in that one as well. He claims his insiders bought Trump at 500 million. We were talking about that earlier. And he freezes up whenever he gets asked simple questions. And he's kind of weird looking, as you can see from the picture. I don't know. But he's also super rich. He also went to prison for fraud for several years. One thing I'm not putting money into is airlines. Bro, what's going on with all the planes crashing? As soon as Trump gets into office and then he starts deregulating and he fired all these people at the FAA, all of a sudden all these planes are crashing and they want to blame Pete Buttigieg.
Apparently it was like 70-mile-an-hour wind or some shit. But that freaking landing was crazy. Yeah. He came in hot. Did you see it?
Yes.
Oh man, that was insane.
I mean, we haven't had a plane crash in like 30 years, and now we've had like 5 or 6 or something. That's kind of crazy.
Well, again, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna blame that on Trump, but I mean, you could try. But that pilot, I'm gonna check that pilot coming in like that. But again, the weather, from what I heard, was insane. So with those winds coming in, I don't know. I never landed a plane.
True, me neither. It's just crazy.
When I saw that video, I was like, I don't think you're supposed to come in that hot. I've seen planes land before. Yeah, that shit was wild.
Big A says he starts the day watching the Daily Bone podcast. I do as well. If you guys aren't subscribed to them over there, check it out. Sometimes it's good alpha. Sometimes I don't know.
Would you imagine being on that shit?
When they start talking politics, I'm like, ugh. Being on that plane? No, I would not want to ever. I don't even
upside down, bro. It. Whew. It's like my worst nightmare. Well, not really, but still, I'd be like, probably on the ground because I'm so scared of flying. And then the fucking thing would flip over, dude.
Oh my
I'd never get on the plane again.
Oh, never in a million
I'm still
years.
Probably never get on the plane again. My girl wants to go to fucking Hawaii or Italy for like a honeymoon.
Better try to get on a
I'm
boat.
just like, shit, I'm gonna get on a cargo ship. I'll see you over there in like 6 days because
more like 6
I ain't
weeks.
flying.
I don't know. It takes a long time.
Yeah, it's 6 days.
Stan says, will Sonic replace Solana? Is Sonic a blockchain? I've never heard of Sonic. See, there's so many new blockchains. I can't even keep up with them. Is that the SUI one, SUI? Because I know that one a lot of people have been talking about. Hayden's been to prison before? Yes, for fraud. I just found that out today. No way he should have attempted that landing. Yeah, because of the wind. What else are you going to do, though, if you're running out of fuel? Hayden must not be...
Yeah, because they dumped their fuel.
They dumped their fuel?
Yeah, most flights will dump their excess fuel for situations like that. Because if that thing had excess fuel, I mean, that thing could have easily exploded.
Very true. Stan says, Hayden... I mean, why would Hayden dox himself? That's a good question. I don't know what this guy's thinking. I mean, let's try to put ourselves in this guy's position. You just launched a coin again. You got caught cheating. You got caught rugging. But also have $100 million in your bank account right now. How do you play it? What's your next move, Mo?
Ooh, I mean, I don't know if I'd be talking to CoffeeZilla and...
Without a lawyer?
Portnoy. Yeah. Yeah.
If I had 100
That's
million,
crazy. You know what it looks like, this picture, this video? Remember the movie, the original Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Well, actually, he was in the sequel too, I guess. Spoiler. But the little shrunken head guy.
Yes.
So it looks like
I don't
a
understand why
modern...
he's built so weird.
Yeah, it looks like a frat version of that guy.
Daniel C says, most of these people have to fly back out from here. No effing way. Can we talk about what Hayden is wearing? Is that a hoodie or a shirt with a magician cloak on top? When I first saw it, for some reason, the two white areas between his like shoulder, for some reason I thought that was the wall. And like this was some kind of graphic or some kind of thing where it was just his head moving around and it was some animation. But no, that's him. I don't know, man. Bro, planes literally falling apart in the sky the past few years. Bro, alright, man. I mean, I guess, but we haven't had a crash in like 30 years. He looks like a big-time drug addict. He looks like a big-time con artist. I don't know why people keep going through him to launch their coins. And I bet Portnoy did too, because Portnoy keeps saying he was going to. And look what happened with Portnoy's coin. Boeing deleted whistleblowers, and you think it's all Trump. I mean, you're right. Boeing was out there deleting whistleblowers. That's true. However, Trump did fire a bunch of people at the FAA. And then all of a sudden this happens. It's not a good thing. It doesn't look good on him. I was just thinking that shrunken head guy from Beetlejuice. Oh, he even spelled it right. Just don't say it 3 times.
Yeah, please don't.
All right. And I don't know. Anything else going on in crypto, Mo?
Oh boy. No, I guess not.
Here, let me show you this before we move on. I hope it's not true, but it probably kind of is. So this guy writes, all meme coins are going to zero, and he posts this video. I don't want it to have sound, but it does. Let me mute it. It's just sad music because it's all these charts of all these meme coins, the big meme coins, and they're all looking really, really rough. I don't know. Are meme coins dead? Should we put our money into altcoins or into majors? Maybe it's time to get into Bitcoin, because who knows what's going to happen whenever all these exchanges run out of Bitcoin. If they try to put together some type of national reserve after finding out that all the gold in Fort Knox is missing, it could go to a crazy price. Maybe now's the time to get into Bitcoin. What do you think, Mo? Are memes dead?
I think meme coins are, I mean, again, we might see a few, you know what I'm saying, that make money, but it's like, yeah, if you're going to get into it like long term for your kids, you know, college fund, probably not a good idea. I don't know, man. I think the move, Bitcoin is good. Obviously, it's going to be, you know, the gold standard of crypto. But how much of a return you really going to make on it? You know what I mean? Whereas
that's what I'm saying. What if it goes to like 10 million?
I don't know if it ever will, man. That's crazy. I personally, I would think that, like, we know that there's a lot of insurance companies and DMVs are looking at using, you know, Avalanche as the chain for all their stuff. I'd probably look more into that. That's going to have like more day-to-day utility type use, because whoever wins those contracts is going to fucking blow up, you know?
Yeah, I like the idea of getting into Avalanche, but I also felt really strong about getting into Solana too, and Solana's now way down, so it was a good thing that I didn't follow through on that feeling.
Well, it's down from 220, but I mean, I was buying and stacking, telling you it was bad at $8. Like,
yeah.
That was the time to be buying Solana, you know what I mean? But
that's what I need. I need to get into the next thing that I can buy at $8 and it goes to 200 something. What he says, Trump literally fired the head of OSC, which protects whistleblowers, last weekend. Yeah, he's firing all the people that would hold any type of authority over him or could have any type of checks and balances. I think they're taking over the country. Honestly, literally taking over the country right now. And all the Trump supporters are like, yay, go. You're going to see. You're going to find out. A lot of them already lost their jobs because a lot of them are government employees. C-Spill says, been thinking about moving all my Bitcoin to XRP.
yeah, look at the good side. Look at the positive. All the government employees that lost their jobs, they can go get the jobs of all the illegals that got deported.
So you're saying some dude that was making 100K as an administrator who's been like in charge of, I don't know, the census, for example, needs to go work in the fields and pick fruit instead?
I mean, if his job was deemed to not be worthy of it, then yeah, sure, he's got to get a job, right?
Not be worthy by who? Like, we're not gonna. They're getting rid of all the people at the census, but don't we need that information? We don't need statistics to decide how much government funding to send to each section of the country.
So we do, but I think that is a better way, and here I'll tell you why. And this is actually not even like a crazy idea, because I work for the census, and that shit was a scam. I mean, there's not a single person that I worked with or talked to that actually did verified data. Now, here's the funny part. I was in Northern California, white dude in outskirts of San Francisco, which is like predominantly ghetto area near the old San Francisco Stadium. And I went door to door because I didn't know it was a scam. But then later I started talking to people. I'm like, oh, so these people don't even do anything. So my point is that even the more people I talk to higher and higher up the chain, bro, this shit was just like made up information anyway. So it's like, that's my point. Like, maybe this shit did need to reform. There's got to be a different way, you know? But yes, we do need the information. I just don't think that the census is doing the job you might think it is. And I did work for them firsthand, so.
Well, you may have worked for them as a field agent or something, but I work at the headquarters of the Census Bureau as a cartographic technician for 3 years. I know for sure, my mom worked at the Census Bureau for like 40 years. I know exactly how they do all of their surveys. I've done a lot of the surveys myself. None of it is made up information. It has a whole lot of controls over it so that there can be no made up information. It's crazy that you would say that.
Like, you knock door to door and you ask people questions about what's going on at their location. And then, as I'm saying, the people, it's not the agency or the office that you're working at that are manipulating the information. It's the people in the field. Again, the people that I was working with, I was talking to, that are like, oh, well, yeah, if we couldn't get the information, I don't want to go up to that door. I just wrote down whatever. Like, that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, then they're
breaking
a federal law. Could go to prison for that. So, I mean, I guess, people are messed up.
That's why I said, like, when I went through training, again, I was a New Yorker in California, right? Mm-hmm. And I was working with the census. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to show up, learn, and do my job, because that's normally what I do, right? And come to find out that, yeah, people were just like, nah, I'm just going to fuck off and go smoke weed and just, again, come back and give them my 20 for the day. It has like a quota.
Yeah, you're probably talking about like the decennial that they do every 10 years, and it's really not that important information, like how many people live at this household, what are their ethnicities. A lot of the surveys that we do at the Census Bureau are surveys of like small business owners to find out how many businesses are in certain towns and like what type of funding this town needs, and talk to farmers. And I mean, it's
you
really
can get that without
There's
even
a lot of important stuff that we're not even going to be able to do anymore because they're firing all those people, just like they fired the nuclear team.
I'm sure there's AI. Well, not for the nuclear. Don't give that to AI, please. But I'm sure there's some sort of program, algorithm that'll do whatever the hell the census is doing for businesses. But as far as the residential, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I knocked. I said, how many people live here? And again, being a white dude in the hood, I'd be like, so are you all black? Like, it was some awkward questioning.
You think that's bad? Cool Try going out to these country places that hate the government and have no trespassing signs, and you still got to walk out. Like, there's been census workers that have been shot and killed.
You know, I didn't even think about that because I mean, where I was, people did get shot a lot, but guns were illegal. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Being in a place where, like, you just get shot for fucking trespassing.
Yeah, there's some people that are very anti-government. Even when I had to call them on the phone, they would cuss me out. And I would have to, I mean, there was one person I had to spend like an hour trying to prove to them that I was really from the government. But I was getting paid, so I was like, that was part of the script. If they asked, then you have to keep trying to prove it to them. Eventually I did. Dino Z says, if you're in meme coins for long-term investments, good luck. If you're just hitting your price points, gambling on memes is fun. That's basically what I'm doing. If you're in the trenches, you shouldn't be into any of those meme coins long-term. But I think there are some good coins to get into long-term that are meme coins, like Moki. Moki's on Base, and it's the name of, I think, what's his name? Armstrong, the Coinbase founder's pet. And they already have Toshi, and Toshi has already got listed on Coinbase, and it did really well. It pumped in value a lot. Moki hasn't been listed. It's got a really low market cap, but it got the same Coinbase loan that Toshi got, which makes me think that Moki is in line for getting listed on Coinbase. So you heard it here first. I have a pretty good feeling that Moki will get listed on Coinbase, and that's probably a good one to get into. Not financial advice. Shout out to Bitcoin BM Dubs in the chat. Let's go. And before we end, we're going to talk about our news section, even though I still don't have a scene for it. I need to be working on my Tales from the Crypto setup. Let's move back to the main scene for this. And we're going to talk about our new topic, which is what are you watching? Basically what you've been watching this week, whether it be any good movies or TV shows. Let us know in the chat if you've been watching anything good. Mo, what have you been watching?
Oh, boy. I have been watching Tokyo streams, messing up my sleep schedule. I don't know, there's something cool about just seeing like a bunch of clueless Americans or people from other countries like trying to make their way around when they don't speak the language, you know?
I hate that. I love watching travelers, like vloggers, travel vloggers, but I hate when they go to countries where they don't speak the language. That is the worst.
Well, so it used to annoy the crap out of me. However, Google has Chrome has like this new thing in accessibility. We could download language packs and it'll translate on the fly.
Nice. Yeah,
So I just
I'm
have
waiting
like
for that technology to catch up to where you can talk to somebody in real time in a different language.
you can. I can do it on my phone right now, my Samsung.
Nice. In
Yeah.
real time?
Real time, 100% real. It's like a very, very, very minimal, but I actually don't even hear them. It translates everything and vice versa.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, I think Apple AI does it too. But it is new. But yeah. So it's funny because like I'll turn on the translator, and dude, these people in the background will be talking shit. And they'll be just talking trash, and then they're like smiling and laughing as they say it, and the people that are streaming just think they're being cool. Like, okay, konnichiwa, okay, whatever. Like, but yet I'm like, oh man, if these people had any clue what the hell they were saying right now.
Sounds fun. I want to hear what they say.
Oh, it's wild, bro. And Japanese, like the whole culture,
Yeah.
they're basically being invaded right now by streamers.
Yeah. It started with
Like-
the Johnny Somali guy.
Yeah, he's in Korea, I think.
Well, he went to
Oh, he
Japan
went to-
too.
did
but
you go
yeah,
to
I think
Japan
he's in jail
first?
now, ain't he?
Well, yeah, but he's in jail in Korea, isn't he?
I'm not. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But apparently like there's like 3 different groups of streamers that went to Tokyo or Japan. So they're like well known over there. There's like Japan Twitter. They're all over the news. Like one dude's in jail for like potentially 20 years for fighting another dude they was actually friends with,
Oh,
and the
boy.
guy set him up for content, and now the dude's looking at 20 years in jail. It's actually kind of fucked up.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. Like it's cool though. Like they go like all through these little villages. Like now they're up like in the snowy mountains. It's like I don't know. I like that shit because I'll never go there.
Yeah, that's one of the places I really want to go. I love Japan, and the Japanese girls are hot. Big A says Cavell claims to be the top Toshi influencer. He's been milking views. He's been getting a lot of views over there. I think he's got more subscribers now than me. Finally, he should be happy about that because he got really upset when I passed him. But no, he's been getting a lot of play over there on the Toshi community.
What about you, man? What you been watching?
Not the new Captain America movie. I've been hearing it sucks. C-Spill says the new Captain America movie sucks. I've heard a couple people say they liked it. They said it was good in IMAX, but I have not watched it yet. It's hard to get my kid to go to the theaters. I've been
Watch it when it
I've been watching
hits the
stuff while
site.
I'm at work lately. I found out a way. I got these new headphones that don't go in your ear where I can watch shows while I'm working sometimes. I watched yesterday the movie The Founder, which I always kind of wanted to watch. Never watched it. I knew what it was about, but I didn't really know the story behind it. So The Founder has a really famous dude in it. I think it's the guy who plays Beetlejuice. Can't remember that guy's name, but he's really famous. He's
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I think that's who it is. Yeah, he played Batman too. Yeah, Michael Keaton's in it. And so Michael Keaton is this dude named Ray Kroc. And there's these two brothers. Of course, they're the McDonald's brothers. This is about the McDonald's restaurant.
Oh
And
shit,
yeah,
bro! Yeah, it was good. I
It
always
was-
wanted to watch that.
I mean, I guess it was good. It was crazy because the two founders, the two McDonald's guys, they created this this restaurant, and it was really popular. And they came up with the whole idea of having fast food. They're the first people to do fast food. They came up with their own inventions on how to have the exact amount of ketchup and mustard and 2 pickles, like really, really fast. They had this conveyor belt, all this stuff. So this Ray Kroc guy comes in there and is just like, man, this is just awesome. You guys are so smart. I want to start a franchise. And they're like, okay. So he starts a franchise, and he's like, I want to start another franchise and another franchise and another. And he starts like hundreds of franchises. Then he goes and he's like, I'm taking y'all's business. He just stole their business from him to the point where they had to take the name McDonald's off of their restaurant, and they were not allowed to call it McDonald's or McDonald or anything close to that. He literally just stole their business, and it's kind of just messed up. And the dude's like super rich, and the brothers are like not very rich.
It was like Coming to America with Whack Donald's.
Yes, Whack Arnold.
Good point though. Real question for you and chat: mustard on cheeseburgers. How is it by you? Because here in New York, it's a no. But when I lived in Cali, they always put that shit on my burger, and it drove me crazy. Do you guys put mustard?
Depends on where you go. Dairy Queen, yes, and it usually tastes pretty good. Now, most places, no, but if you go to White Castle, which I know some people call it Crystals, you can get their burgers with mustard, and they'll give you a particular type of mustard called Dusseldorf mustard, which is from Germany, and it is so freaking good. I love Dusseldorf mustard.
Yeah, no, we I never even heard of that shit.
Oh, it's the bomb. I like putting mustard on my chili
Oh,
dogs.
is it McDowell's? I say Whack-Donald's. Look
That
at
was
McDowell's. Sorry, McDowell's. Yeah,
that was
sorry.
Whack Arnold's.
I don't know what the fuck I said. Just
Actually,
I'm
that's
so
from a Dave
fucking
Chappelle
sick.
skit. My bad.
I've had about 3 hours of sleep in the past 2 days with the fucking chills. But yeah, I was just curious because, like I said, we never had mustard on burgers here. I don't like mustard really in general, but
I don't mind a little mustard. When I have my chili dogs that I make in my air fryer, I always use mustard for those bad boys. All right, everybody.
I
About
will
time.
put it on a hot dog and a chili dog for sure. But that's about it.
Yeah, and I don't mind burgers if it's dressed right. Dairy Queen's burgers are actually really good, and they put mustard on theirs. It always turns out pretty good. All
Yeah, I
right,
like bacon, cheese,
I'll put all that
barbecue
on
sauce,
there.
throw some
Oh, yeah.
jalapenos on there. You know what I mean?
Ugh, I can't do jalapenos. Nothing spicy for me.
Yeah, hot dogs, I put it on there, Woody. That's just saying, that's it. Outside of that, like hot dog, chili dog, yeah, a very small amount of mustard. Just for the spice.
I'm big on relish too when it comes to hot dogs. If you got relish, that's my favorite.
Oh, so right, I like them. I'm a sweet red onion type of guy.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Very good. Well, that'd be a new segment. What you eating?
New segment. What you eating? Y'all are gonna make me hungry. I gotta go make dinner now too. All
I was
right,
just saying, we gotta
thank
end
you
the
guys
show on
for
what you
hanging out.
eating.
About to
I know
end
you're
the
an air
stream.
fryer guy now, so you know it'll be a good way to end, and then we eat.
That's not bad. I like it. It's gonna make me hungry. We have to put pictures up of the food we're cooking that night. All right,
Exactly.
y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna be back again next week. We do this every Tuesday at 5 p.m. This weekend we got 2 drops. I'm definitely gonna be streaming on Saturday, probably Sunday too. It's an Assassin's Creed drop. It's probably not gonna be one worth going for, but Saturday I'm definitely going for it. What you got planned for this week? Anything?
I mean, I'm just gonna pray that Trump doesn't go crazy with power, because it's gonna be harder for me to defend him every week. But fingers crossed.
We're only 2 weeks in, bro. You got a long way to go.
I know. I got a long ways to go. I'm sweating it out already. But yeah, no. Other than that, man, PFL. I got my new stud, Tropicana Larry. Dude's got like 18 breeds on him. Just opened up yesterday. He might actually sell out to 35 breeds. But even though they're dropping it to 18 max next season. Yeah, they actually. I don't really want to talk about it. It's kind of negative news, but they kind of screwed people from breeding in-house now on PFL, which is unfortunate. But
They're cooling the market.
yeah, well, they're kind of just screwing the people that invested a lot of time and money early on, because the new players feel like they're at a disadvantage. But hey, you know, what do I know?
That might be.
I'm gonna keep on breeding, keep on winning.
That might be a good topic to talk about on the Web3 Gaming next week. Catch up with Photo Finish Live.
Yeah, we can always revisit it again too near the Derby, because there's gonna be some big old news with the wagering. So
Nice. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out
man,
with
thank you.
us. We appreciate
thank you,
it.
Vault, for hosting.
Thank you, Mo, for co-hosting. We'll see you guys next week. Later, everybody.
Yes, sir. Later.
All right, let's check the prices one more time. Then we're gonna end the stream. I think Arcade might be going live today. Think about that. Saw him in the chat. He usually goes live around this time. On Sundays. Sorry, that's tomorrow. My bad. All right, so you can see that
You're still
Wave
here.
and Johnny Dunn will be on the floor at 2100. Ultra rare. 75 last time we
Go
checked.
home.
We're at 150.
Oh, you're
They'll stay above
expecting a
100.
teaser for the next VV drop? Well, we don't have that kind of money.
100 rares. We're at 33.
You
Last time
expecting
I checked, there
Sam
were
Jackson
a little bit.
show up with
There's
an
only 600
eye
or
patch
something
and
of those.
saucy little leather
The
number? Go.
uncommon games, 19 jimmies.